Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Jen Clayton Beauty. We do everything beauty and makeup, and that includes testing new makeup. If you follow me, you know that December was filled with advent calendars, which means I brought a lot of new makeup into my life. Not to mention I purchased quite a bit over the last couple of months. So I put all of the different makeup products together to basically create a almost full face for each of these testing new makeups. I wanted to make sure that there were 5 or 6 items that we were testing out from advent calendars, subscription boxes. And today we're testing 6 products. Some of them came in Ipsy, some of them came in my Trend Mood box, and some of them in advent calendars and subscription boxes. So a wide variety of makeup for us to test out today. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I have so much content coming your way. I'm about to start my declutter. I'm trying to get caught up until declutter, and then you'll see a lot of those videos mid to late January. I'm decluttering a lot. If you know, I'm moving in March, so I want to make sure that I've curated down my makeup, skincare, hair care collection. I will be linking all of the new makeup that we're testing out today down below for you, as well as my favorite beauty subscription boxes. All of the other makeup that I'm wearing today, if you would like to shop the completed look, discounts to my favorite indie brands, and come follow me on TikTok for more beauty and makeup. I have applied my foundation concealer. I need to set at least my under eyes, so let's do that, and then we'll talk about all of the makeup we're testing out today. So in the Trend Mood box, I got this powder from Sheglam. So this is actually a setting powder duo, and I also got a powder puff. But what I want to do is use the under eye brightening portion of this powder duo, which is the top here, which is a pink leaning pressed powder to set my under eyes, and then we'll use the pink loose powder with the powder puff to set my entire face. But I really want to get my under eye set because, like I said, I did add concealer, so I'm going to just kind of tap that out, make sure there's no creases, and let's test out the pressed Sheglam under eye setting powder. In the little powder pack, I think there's multiple sponges. Oh, there's several powder puffs. So we got 3 triangle puffs. So let's use this to set my under eyes. This is incredibly, incredibly soft, by the way. Sheglam, if you didn't know, is the makeup brand of Shein, and they make some really fantastic makeup. So using the pointy end of one of the puffs, I'm just setting my concealer. Ooh, that is very brightening. There is the eye set with the Sheglam. There's the eye not set. Wow, that definitely added some brightness to my under eye. I really like that. It's definitely pink leaning, definitely brightening. I want to see how it settles under my eyes. I'm 49, I have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, so I'm hoping that it doesn't make it look crepey and dry. I am going to go ahead and finish the rest of my cream products. So cream bronzer, cream blush, and then we will set our face with the loose powder. So I went ahead and did cream bronzer, cream blush. Let's use the wider end of our Sheglam sponge. I did pop out some of the pink setting powder. Oh, it feels really nice. Tapping that powder in. I just realized you weren't zoomed in. I have set my face completely with the under eye brightening powder, which looks really nice, and the pink brightening loose powder. My skin feels very soft, baby powdery soft. I feel like it set my makeup in place beautifully. It doesn't look cakey under my eyes. Obviously, we'll see how it wears throughout the day. And for the rest of my complexion products, we're testing out the Makiege High Point Bronzer, Blush, and Highlighter palette. Now this came, I believe, in Ipsy. It is absolutely massive and is kind of a waste of space on the inside. So this entire palette has these 4 products in there. This is just empty space. It's definitely a lot of packaging for what it is. And Il Makiage is not one of my favorite brands, but we're gonna try this out together. So we're gonna use the bronzer, which is probably a bit on the light side for me. We have a blush, a glowy bronzer or glowy blush, maybe for even a deeper skin tone, and a highlighter. We're going to start with the bronzer. I'm hoping that this is deep enough for me. Oh yeah, it is, okay. And I'm going to place bronzer on the high points of my face, basically where you would want to have the sun hit. So So this is going on really nicely. It's blending out nicely. It's not looking patchy on my skin. And to be honest, I actually really like the color. I like it better than I thought that I would. I think it looks really, really good. Wow, I'm impressed. Now this other deeper shade, you can see it looks like maybe a glowy bronzer. And if you have a deeper skin tone, you could use that as a highlighter. I'm not going to use that because I don't know that I want to wear a glowy bronzer today, but we are going to test out the blush and the highlight. Picking up the blush, it is a little bit lighter pink. That's definitely not going to work for all skin tones. I will say that there were a couple of different palette options. So if you had a deeper skin tone, you would have gotten a deeper one. This is the light medium, and I'm going to tap that on. Oh yeah, this is really light. So this is pretty, but it's definitely even too light for my skin. It's a really, really light pastel baby pink. In my opinion, definitely too light for me. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Kosas blush. This is in the shade Hype, and I'm going to put some of that on top. Like I said, this is just way too light for me. It looks very ashy and white on my skin. That's already so much better. Your fingerprints get all over this packaging. All right, lastly is the highlight. There we go. We're getting a little bit. We're getting a little something. Yeah, I don't really care for this highlighter either. It's kind of ashy, similar to the blush, and I feel like it's just sitting on my skin, not really sinking in to my skin. I don't love the highlighter either. Really out of here, the only thing I like is the bronzer, and I haven't tried the glowy bronzer. Again, I think it's a little bit too deep for my skin tone. I honestly think it would be better served as a highlighter for a little bit deeper skin tone. I don't know, you guys. This is not my favorite. I'm going to go ahead and set my face, do my brows. I'll be back and I have 2 eye products to test out with you. So I went ahead and set my face with setting spray. I think these powder products look a little bit better. So far, I'm really liking the Sheglam powder. I'm not a big fan of the Makiege palette with the exception of the bronzer. I think the bronzer is really pretty. But like I said, we have 2 eye products to test out. So first we have this cream matte shadow from Ilia. I do not really do a lot of cream shadows, especially matte shadows. I'm a little nervous to use this, but we're gonna test this out. And then this will be my first time trying a Sigma beauty palette. And this is the Sigma Peach Pie. It's a little quad. We're gonna try that out as well. And this quad actually has 2 mattes and 2 shimmers, and then we'll try to incorporate this Ilia cream shadow. In the shade Tannin, I'll go ahead and insert some swatches for you. It is an interesting cream matte shadow. It's kind of a purpley, cool toned brown. Not my favorite, but like I said, we are going to try it out together. And then the Sigma Quad actually swatched really beautiful. Again, this is the Sigma Peach Pie. I have never used a Sigma shadow, so I'm excited to actually apply it to my eyes. Like I said, it swatched really, really nicely. I have went ahead and primed my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. We're gonna start out with the Sigma Peach Pie Quad. And I'm going to start with the lighter matte called Crumble. And I'm going to use that as a crease shade as well as my transition shade. I'm going to bring that even a little bit above my crease. I do have slightly hooded eyes, so when my eyes are open, I do want that shade Crumble to pop out of the top. This is going on really, really nice. It's very pigmented, very blendable. Perfect as that transition shade. Then we're gonna test out this cream shadow from Ilia. I'm so nervous about this. I am just not a cream shadow girl, but I want to use this to deepen up my crease. So I'm going to pop a couple of drops directly into my crease, and using a brush, I'm going to blend that out. Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. It's interesting. I would say I'm definitely more of a powder shadow girl, but it's actually blending out nicely, adding that little bit of depth that I was looking for in my crease. I will say that you can't get this beautiful blend, in my opinion, with a cream shadow. It's a little more harsh, so I'm going to blend it out with a little bit more of that Sigma powder shadow. But I will say I actually like the color of this, even more than I thought that I would. I'm going to go back into my Sigma shadow, and like I said, just use that to kind of blend the edges. I will say that it dried down really nicely, and it dried down slow enough that I was able to blend it out, which is always something I'm concerned about with cream shadows. Do they have a super fast drying time and I'm just going to have a stripe of shadow? I actually feel like this one gave me the time I needed to get it blended out. Now I'm going to go into the deepest matte in the Sigma palette called Baked, and I'm going to use that to just continue to deepen up that outer corner and blend that a little bit into the crease shade. That shade Baked applied really nicely. It looks really good layered over the cream shadow and the powder shadow, which actually speaks highly about the Sigma Quad. As always, NYX glitter glue. I'm going to prime my lids for some shimmer. We're going to use both the shimmers, one with the finger, one with a brush. Let's start with the little bit deeper shimmer called Peach. These look pretty similar in the pan, so we'll see how they apply, if at all different on the eyes. And I'm going to place this on the outer 3/4 of my lid. Oh yeah, this is really pretty. Peach is a good name for this because it has a little bit of a shift from white to gold to peach. I actually really like this shimmer. It is stunningly beautiful. Now we're going to go into Ice Cream, which is the lighter shimmer, and I'm going to place that right next to Peach on the inner corner of my eye using a brush. Finger application method was awesome for that peach shimmer. And these are applying really nicely with a brush as well. For my lower lash line, back into Baked, and I'm going to buff that onto my lower lash line. And then I'm going to pick up a little more of Peach, the really pretty shimmer, and kind of buff that on top. And we can use Ice Cream as our inner corner right next to where we placed it on the lid. Oh, so pretty. There's the look with the Sigma Peach Pie and the cream shadow. Let me go ahead and do liner and mascara, and then we're gonna test out a new lip product. So here's the completed eye look with the Sigma Peach Pie and the Ilia cream shadow. Last thing we need to test out together is this lip product from Thrive. Now I've tried the Thrive mascara, love it, haven't tried anything else from the brand. I will say that this lip crayon is absolutely beautiful. It's in the shade Joe, J-O, and it is a pink mauve lip crayon, again from Thrive. So I'm going to use this as a liner and to fill in my lips. Ooh, it's very, very creamy. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever used a crayon form of a lip product. So it's kind of a first for everything. I'm gonna fill my lips in. It smells really good. It smells like coconut vanilla. I really, really like the formula of this. It's a mix between a liquid lipstick and a matte and a regular bullet lip. It is creamy on the lips. It does not completely dry down like the Sahara Desert, but gives you the opacity and the look of a matte liquid lip. It is really, really pretty. Here's the shade Joe from Thrive Cosmetics. I really like it. I like the formula. I like the way that it applied. It feels really nice on the lips. So I'm excited. So that's exciting to be able to try my first ever product from Thrive, my first ever cream shadow from Ilia. There's been some good new things in today's Testing New Makeup. Let me go ahead and finish getting ready for the day. I do have a very busy day today of filming. I have a birthday dinner tonight. We need to try to take down these Christmas decorations. It's going to be a busy day. So let me get ready and I'll be back and we'll go over my thoughts on this Testing New Makeup. So let's go over my final thoughts on this Testing New Makeup. I've been wearing the Thrive lip product for a while. I want to start there because it has definitely dried down. Not really dry like a liquid lipstick, but definitely dried down. Not as creamy, but very opaque. I really like the color of this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's neutral. I have liked the couple Thrive products that I've tried. I'm looking forward to trying more from the brand, but the lip product is a win. These little powder puffs from Sheglam are really nice. Like I said, they're so soft, so I'm excited to have those. And I like the setting powder as well. As it sat on my face a little bit longer, the loose setting powder I really, really like. The under eye setting powder, I don't know how I feel about it. This one, the pressed on top, I feel like it's a little too white. You can definitely see if you look up close that it has a bit of a white cast to it. And I know that it's meant to be a brightening powder, but I don't know that it's the right powder for me. I will definitely use the loose powder, but I don't really love the under eye setting powder. If you've tried this, let me know your thoughts. The loose powder, yes. This powder, I don't think I love it. The Ilia Cream Shadow, I like this more than I thought that I would. I think it gave a nice depth to my crease in my eye look, but it blended out really nicely. It was a better cream shadow than I expected a cream shadow to be. Will I reach for this again? Probably not. I'm not a big cream shadow person, so I think I'm going to pass this on. I will say that it looks really nice in my crease. It looks very blended out, which I appreciate. I was able to layer the cream shadow with a powder shadow to blend it out. I think this is a great product. If you are a cream shadow person, I think you would really enjoy this one from Ilia. I didn't enjoy this. This is that Il Makiage face palette. I don't like this at all. The blush, way too light for me. You would have to have a very, very, very fair skin tone for that to show up and not give a white cast, not look like white blush. The highlighter is bleh. It's blasé. After I set my face, I don't even really see the highlight, and you know I love a good Scene from Space highlight. I did not use the glowy bronzer, and the bronzer I like. The bronzer is the one thing out of this palette that I like, but it's not worth keeping this massive bulky palette for a bronzer. So this is gonna go into my declutter, unfortunately. I didn't love it. And last but not least, the Sigma Peach Pie Quad. I did really, really like this. I think my eye look is beautiful. The mattes performed really nice. The shimmers performed really nice. This I'm excited to keep in my collection, continue to use. This would be amazing for travel. You could use that dark brown shade for your crease if you didn't have a cream shadow to use, and you could definitely diffuse that out and then pack it in the outer corner. I think this Sigma quad is really nice. This is my first time trying Sigma shadows, and I really, really like them. This quad is adorable. It's the perfect little neutral quad. That is a wrap on another testing new makeup. Everything we talked about today, I will link it for you if you're interested in picking any of it up for yourself. We had some wins, we had some fails. Let me know down below, what did you think of this testing new makeup? Are you planning on picking up any of this good stuff for yourself? And I will see you in the next one. Bye.